to Orca Maps. This is going to be a short overview on the Orca Maps admin settings and the different subsections within them, how to navigate through them, and what the features and functionality is. So in here, I would navigate first Orca Map settings, and then it gives me 4 different options. The first is the API key, and the API key is what we showed you in the initial setup video. The second is around the object mapping. So here Orca Maps comes pre-installed with the 3 standard Salesforce objects: accounts, leads and contacts. All you simply need to do once these are installed is go in and click calculate location, and this will then geocode the object for you. Should you wish to set up another standard or custom Salesforce object, it really couldn't be any simpler. In this pick list here, you would select the object that you want to geocode. So in this instance, for example, we might select asset. You then would choose the record name. Okay, so in here we might choose the asset name, and then you'd go on and select the fields that represent either the billing street, the country, the city, the state, and then the postal code. Once you've selected all those different fields that relate to the different subsections in here, whether it's country, postal code, you would then click save. And upon hitting save, you'll see in here that the asset is now ready to be geocoded. You would simply then click calculate location, and now Orca Maps is simply geocoding all of these records. Then Orca Maps will then display assets on the page, or it will display it in the asset record using the custom Lightning component. The next tab that we come to is mapping status. So really simple, mapping status is going to give you the current status of any of the objects that you've geocoded. So here you can see we've got account, lead and contact, that's the standard ones that Orca Maps comes with, and then we've got the asset object that we have just literally set up. So we'll go in and click into account, and then once we've selected account, we just click select and refresh. Okay, and now that we will go in here and we can see that we've got 9,332 successes, we've got 688 failed records, and we've got 100. We've got in total 10,000 records in here. It will give you a list of records that are pending in terms of how many until geocoding is complete. Once you go in here, you'll be able to see in red any of the records that have failed and the reason why they have failed in here. In green, you'll be able to see that it successfully geocoded a record. And then if we click into this record, for example, by opening a new tab, it will then take us into the record where we can then see it on the custom Lightning component on the Lightning page layout. You can do this at any time on any one of your objects as they're being geocoded, or even after they've been geocoded. Finally, we've got the admin and field settings. So the admin and field settings here is where you would then select what fields are to display in the filter settings and also on the record cards. You can also very simply go in and add or remove Orca Maps admins just from going in and clicking add, and then searching for the users as you would normally in any other Salesforce object. So let's say here we're going to go in and we're going to select account. Once we've selected account, we're going to click select and refresh, and now the list of these fields are then going to come up. What these little checkboxes relate to here is exactly the same as field level security. In Orca Maps, you can filter by any single field, whether it is standard or custom, on the Orca Map. If you don't want all of those fields to display for your users, you very simply go in and you uncheck these fields, and then once you've unchecked the fields, you click Save Field Settings. And now when I would navigate to Orca Maps, these fields will no longer be available for the users to select. This is a great way to make Orca Maps very simple and very easy for your users to use on a daily basis. Finally, around the settings, what you can see here is on the right hand side, Orca Maps will give you the option to select what fields you would like to display on the cards on the map. This is similar to Salesforce Compact Layout that you'll find across most objects. Here we're going to go in now and add in a couple of fields. Again, this is pretty drag and drop and very, very, very simple. So we're going to go in and click add, and now what we're going to do is have the option to drag a field in. So let's say the first thing that we want to display on the compact layout on the map is going to be the billing street. Here we would go in, we would select that field and we drag it and then just simply drop it in here. And now you can see that field will be displayed. For example, if we also want to display another field like the pick list value from account source, we can drag it in, drop it, and again, that will be saved. And finally, let's go in here and we could even add in a active checkbox. And now these fields will be available. You can add up to 3 fields, which you can see that you would be displayed on the map. And then very simply, all I do is go in here and click Save Field Settings. So that's a little tour of the Orca Maps admin settings. It's very, very intuitive, very easy to navigate, and you can easily at any time view your geocoded status of your objects, or simply just quickly amend any of the field settings around the different objects that you've chosen to display on the map. Good luck, and we hope you enjoy Orca Maps.